In this video, I'll be breaking down question 26 of the USMLE's 2021 version of the free 120 sample questions for Step 1, which I have linked in the video description down below. As always, if you haven't taken a look at this question yet, I encourage you to pause the video, try working through the question, and then come back here and check out the breakdown. Okay, so let's take a look at the question. As always, we'll start at the end and figure out what information we need from the passage after that. So they're asking for the most appropriate response by the physician. Thinking of our main question style types, this looks like an ethics question or a communications doctoring style question. So let's go back and figure out what's going on. So we have a person admitted to the hospital, abdominal pain during the interview. So kind of responding with a single word, sarcastic answers, not engaging in eye contact. Sounds like they may be upset, frowns and says this is the third time they've been asked these questions. And so what is the thing that how are we going to react to this? So let's go through the answer choices and see how these feel. So can you tell me more about your abdominal pain? So this is, this person's clearly upset and they say this is the third time and we just ask again. And so we're really ignoring the patient's symptoms, the patient's emotions here, instead of acknowledging it and being able to address it and move forward and form a therapeutic relationship. So A can't be the right answer. I don't like that. Just ignoring the patient's emotions or pretending that they're not there is not a professional response. B, I understand that you don't feel well, but I need to get a history here. The only way they can make this worse is they put like a listen pal at the beginning of this. I don't really like this here. It's kind of a standoffish, probably just going to escalate the situation. So I'm staying away from B. C, I'll come back once you've calmed down and we can talk more then. At least this acknowledges that the patient is upset. So this is a maybe keep around answer. Let's keep this around. I'm not sure how much I love it, but it acknowledges how the patient feels. The downside is this person is already a bit upset, and then we're walking away. We're not really doing anything to address the emotion here. And so it's probably not going to get better with 5 minutes alone. Like they're clearly frustrated, and instead of trying to address it, we're kind of running away and hoping that it'll be better when we come back. So I've got maybe a down arrow next to C, but it's at least plausible, better than the other two. So okay, D, if you choose not to cooperate, I'm not going to be able to help you. That sounds like a threat. And so yeah, I don't really think that threatening a patient is going to help in any way. That's going to escalate the situation of anything. So D is going to be out. And then E, you sound upset. Tell me more about that. Okay, so here I think we've got two good things. We're acknowledging the patient's emotions, but instead of walking away from it in C, we're actually trying to do something about it. We're trying to figure out a little bit more about why they're upset. Maybe there's something that they're not telling us, or maybe they just need to talk it out and feel heard. And so E compared to C is the better answer because both of them were acknowledging the emotion, but E we're actually trying to engage the patient about it in a constructive way. So that's how I would approach this question. I hope this was helpful. If you like this video, check out some of the other videos on this series. And as always, I hope this helps you out on test day.